Rachel signed up to her local Weight Watchers group in Whangarei. She had tried to lose weight many times before without much success, but promised herself that this time would be different.
I said lose, gain or stay the same. Every single week I was going back there and paying my fee. I'm going to sit in those meetings until something rubbed off on me that all the successful people got and I didn't. And that's what I did.
Despite her newfound motivation, at first Rachel found it difficult to stick to the programme.
Initially, I started following the Weight Watchers food program, the points program, and that was successful to a point, but I did have the inclination to still cheat, which is what I had a problem with on any diet I'd tried before. Eventually, I got serious about it and did stick to the program. And I think the reason Weight Watchers worked for me was because they taught me how to eat normal food like a normal person and still be able to feel like I was eating things I wanted to eat. I could incorporate anything I wanted into my diet just by having sort of a budget for the food that I ate that day.
Once Rachel had established a healthy eating routine, she found that some of her engineering skills could in fact be usefully applied to the art of meal planning.
As you're heavier, you're allowed to eat more because you expend more energy during the day. As you get lighter, you need to eat less because you're expending less energy. So as those points drop throughout that time period, you want to get the same type of meals out of the points that you have. So you tend to be a bit more creative about how you make those meals. So I think that's where being an engineer came in handy, because it was almost like a project challenge and getting the most out of what I could out of my budget.
But while Rachel was eating far more healthily, she still lived a relatively inactive life, and initially she lost little weight.
In about 6 months down the track, I started to exercise, and the exercise increased the benefits I was getting from the eating program. It had health benefits of helping you lose the weight through exercise, but it also had the emotional benefits in that it was a stress release at the end of the day. And once I started doing that, in cooperation with a healthy diet, the weight just fell off.
A further key to Rachel's successful weight loss and new healthy lifestyle was the emotional support she received from the other members of her group.
You could go to a meeting and you knew that you were dealing with people who knew exactly how you felt because they were feeling it too. And you'd be having a bad week, someone else would be having a good week, and you could feed off each other and provide each other that support that you needed and come back the next week and be successful. And you could feel successful from other people's success as well. And probably about halfway through my weight loss, when I started losing a significant amount of weight, and people recognised me, they knew my name, and they'd actually come and get around and say, well, how did you go this week? Are you losing? How are you going on? And the more weight I lost, the more support I got, and it was just incredible. And by the end of it, I felt like if I'd had a bad week, I was letting down 30, 40 people, not just myself. And so it's a very, very powerful thing, the group support.